Welcome back into the Vikings Central podcast. We are going to give you guys an update on kind of what's been happening at training camp. Obviously, it's been pretty busy first week, 10 days or so. I think we're actually going on to week 3 coming up here already, which is pretty crazy. So, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of players that are starting to really stand out. And obviously, the quarterback battle between Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy, is heating up. Sounds like the last couple of days, both of those guys have performed very well. Before we hop into the video, I do want to shout out our sponsors. That's Badass Wood Art. Use code VC15 at checkout for 15% off your order. And also Playbook Products. Use code Viking Central at checkout for 20% off your order with Playbook Products. Both small businesses. Check them out. And I'll put the link in the description so you guys can support them and help support us as well. All right. Back in the training camp here, obviously we'll talk a little bit of JJ McCarthy and Sam Darnold right off the bat. So, looking at Sam Darnold, he has made some strides here. He kind of started a little rough in training camp right off the bat. And these last couple of days, he's really starting to develop a chemistry with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. So that's really good to see. He was able to make some deep throws down the field right away in training camp. But everything underneath or intermediate was not, the timing was really off. And, that was expected. You don't expect it to be perfect right off the bat. So it sounds like they're getting some more continuity and some more chemistry and getting the timing and just how everything works and different breaks off the routes with different receivers. It takes some time. And it sounds like Sam Darnold's finally catching on a little bit with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. So that's good to see. Then obviously JJ McCarthy has had a really strong start to camp. Yesterday, which would be Thursday. It was their off day, actually. So Wednesday, they were I'm one day off here. Yesterday, Friday, it's Saturday today as we're recording. So Friday, it was probably his worst day of training camp. And he didn't make any, huge mistakes or anything like that. It just, it was pretty average day. And for a rookie, that's pretty normal. He made some questionable decisions and some other, throws that probably shouldn't have been thrown. But at the same time, this is going to happen. He's a rookie, learning a new system. And he's still developing chemistry with these guys. And he has so far. Jalen Naylor, Lucky Jackson. I'm going to talk about Nick Muse a little bit, who seems like he's been having a good training camp. He missed a little time with a minor surgery, I think, on his knee, but it sounds like he's 100% and he looks 100% out there. So that's fun to see. That battle is going to lead all the way up to week 1, in my opinion. Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy, in my opinion, at this exact moment, I think it's going to be Sam Darnold. But from the get-go, I said JJ McCarthy has a chance to make it happen, and we'll see. These next preseason games, these next couple weeks of practice are going to tell a lot, and we'll see what happens. Aaron Jones. I want to talk about a little bit about Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones looks fantastic. Quick, elusive, looks fresh. I mean, it just looks like he's had a great time out there with his teammates, getting to know everyone in a new organization. It's really fun to watch. So I think Aaron Jones is going to have a huge year along with Ty Chandler. Those guys are going to be a great 1-2 punch, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. Just in that running back room, those two guys are going to be able to, again, play with each other. And I think they bring both different assets. Aaron Jones is a really good receiving back. Ty Chandler can catch the ball too, but it's going to be fun to watch those guys make some big plays out of the backfield that we haven't really seen the first 2 years of Kevin O'Connell in this offense. Did want to talk again about a little bit about Nick Muse. I think he can come in and contribute when TJ Hawkinson's out for these first couple games. He might be the guy, to be honest with you. We got Johnny Mount, we got Josh Oliver. I feel like those guys are a little bit more the blocking types. I mean, they can catch the ball, but I feel like passing situations, line up a tight end in the slot, it's going to be Nick Muse, and he can do it. He's athletic enough, has good enough hands. I think he's going to fit in really well. He's going to make an impact, especially these first couple games without TJ Hawkinson. A couple guys on defense I kind of want to shout out. Levi Drake Rodriguez has been mixing in with the ones. People said he probably wasn't going to make the roster. I feel like he will. He's going to be a guy that, has tenacity. He's got a huge motor, really good locker room guy. He's going to be able to fit in, make plays, get after the quarterback, chase down running backs. It's going to be fun. He's got a huge motor, great character. He's going to be a guy that I think is going to, be great depth for that defensive line, which we really need right now. Then also looking at Dwight McGlothern, who was an undrafted free agent this last offseason, who's also mixed in with one, been more exclusively a second team, but that's still really good to see from UDFA. He's made some pretty nice plays. He's guarded Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison on multiple occasions here at training camp. And, there's times he got burnt, or there's times that he just wasn't sticky enough, but he was right there, which, you want to see from a young guy, especially a guy that, again, was undrafted. Patrick Jones. I want to talk about a couple guys that could have kind of breakout years that have been kind of disappointments the first couple of years of the career. Patrick Jones and Brian Asamoah. Brian Asamoah was injured last offseason, and going into the preseason, going into early season, he was just never been able to catch up. And people are kind of calling him a bust. What's he going to do? Now, he could contribute on special teams for sure. I think he's going to get an opportunity on that defense as well to kind of fly around, because he's been flying around at practice, and it's been a lot of fun to see. He's been able to make plays. He's been all over the ball, playing with a little chip on his shoulder, which is really good to see. I think Brian Flores really likes that. And then again, back to Patrick Jones, he just looks a lot quicker. I mean, coming off the edge, coming from off the interior, I think he's going to have 5-6 sacks on this year. And he was another guy you thought maybe was going to be on the roster bubble, but he has looked really good in training camp, and that is really good to see. Last guy I do want to mention is Jalen Naylor. I think he's got the wide receiver 3 position locked up if he stays healthy, and that's been a big if his whole career. But he's just made plays all over the field, short, intermediate, deep. He's been all over the place, 3-level catcher. Really fun to watch him develop. And again, if he stays healthy, I think he's going to catch 40, 50 balls this year, have a handful of touchdowns, and really build chemistry if it is Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy. But guys, stay up to date with us here at Viking Central. A lot of guys do good work on social media and on YouTube. But just check us out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Skull, God bless.